When we think about the 80s and 90s, the spotlight usually falls on stars like Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise, and Brad Pitt. You know, the ones that never left the covers of magazines. But here's the thing, not every leading man had their day in the spotlight. Some of them ended up flying under the radar. And today we're taking a look at my picks for the 10 underrated actors from the 80s and 90s. Before we continue, I just want to give a special shout out to my Patreon members for their ongoing support. If you don't know by now, I do have a Patreon page where I post content on a regular basis, content that you won't see on YouTube, so if you want, you can check it out. With that being said, let's head over towards the rainbow and follow the yellow brick road.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Wow! Okay, the winner of the hottest male star is Steve Burton.
From daytime TV to voice acting and iconic video games, Steve Burton's versatile career has spanned decades, captivating audiences. Determined to become a star, Burton took on small roles in TV and film, with some of his early roles including Chris Fuller in Out of This World and Harris Michaels in Days of Our Lives.
Yeah, come on, Sam, we'll show you where the locals hang out.
Really? Where's that?
Where there aren't any chaperones.
These performances eventually paved the way for his breakthrough role. In 1991, Steve debuted as Jason Quatermain on General Hospital. His portrayal of the character, later known as Jason Morgan, earned him a Daytime Emmy Award in 1998. He became a staple of the show, with 10 years from 1991 to 2012 and 2017, but was fired from the show in 2021 due to his refusal to adhere to the mandated COVID-19 vaccinations to be on set. Beyond soap operas, Burton lent his voice to video game series, Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts.
It just feels really good to be back on set.
Hi! Did you have a nice day?
Yeah. Look what I just got.
Oh no, I just got some coffee too.
Well, the Folgers does look richer.
Sure does.
But how does Folgers taste? That's the important thing. Delicious.
Tate Shackelford began his career in the late 1970s with guest appearances on shows like Wonder Woman and The Rockford Files. A trained actor with a sharp presence, he first got major attention when he was cast to replace David Aykroyd as Gary Ewing in Dallas, the massively popular primetime soap.
Knots Landing.
Well, yeah, I watch it, but I always thought for some reason it was San Diego.
No, actually, you know what it is? It's a composite of Pacific Palisades and then some other place.
Though his career was part of the powerful and dysfunctional Ewing family, that role would lead Shackelford to the opportunity that would define his career. In 1979, Knots Landing premiered, a Dallas spin-off centered on the lives of the middle-class families in Southern California. Shackelford reprised his role as Gary Ewing, and this time he was the leading man in the show. Over 14 seasons and with more than 300 episodes, Knots Landing became one of the longest-running primetime dramas in US television history. Shackelford's portrayal of Gary, the flawed, passionate and often torn between love and addiction, made him a fan favorite. While he never became a mainstream movie star, he was a household name throughout the 1980s and early 90s. But when the show ended in 1993, like with so many soap stars, he struggled to find equally high-profile roles. Shackelford kept working, taking on roles in both daytime and primetime TV. He had a notable run in the sci-fi series Space Precinct in the mid-1990s and later joined the cast of The Young and the Restless as William Bardwell, further cementing his soap opera legacy. He even returned briefly to the role of Gary Ewing in Dallas reunion specials and the 2012 revival.
Well, world champion Bruce Penhall, it's good to have you in our commentary team tonight, but a lot of people would say you should be on the track. How's it going in Hollywood?
It's going really well. Chips has been canceled, of course, but we've had like 12 offers for different movies, and I'm going to be starting my new series probably in 2 months.
Bruce Penhall is a celebrated American figure known for his dual careers in professional motorcycle speedway racing and acting. He gained international fame by winning back-to-back World Speedway Championships in 1981 and 1982, becoming the first American to do so since 1937.
We're not going to give up until the very last heat's over with, but you know, we're all concerned in the pits here. There's not much we really can do. You know, as much as we tell them to keep on going and try harder, they're doing the best they can, but like I said, it's just not good enough, you know?
As a holder of 3 world titles, why was he leaving Speedway for Hollywood?
Well, I've got a great opportunity that wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for Speedway.
Following his retirement from racing, Penhall transitioned into acting, most notably portraying Officer Bruce Nelson in the final season of the TV series Chips. His unique combination of athletic skills and on-screen charisma solidified his status as a prominent figure in both sports and entertainment. Making the switch to acting in 1982, his debut episode, Speedway Fever, featured actual footage from his 1982 World Championship win, blending his real-life achievements with his on-screen character. He also made several guest appearances on TV shows like The Facts of Life and Renegade. His performances showcase his versatility and help him maintain a presence in the entertainment industry beyond his racing accomplishments. Penhall retired from acting in 1998, but still remains actively involved in the Speedway community.
This week on Days of Our Lives, Roman confronts his deadly enemy, Stefano. His final battle will leave one man alive and one man dead.
In the golden age of American soap operas, there were few men as mysterious and magnetic as Wayne Northrop, and in 1981 he landed the role that would define his early career, Roman Brady on Days of Our Lives. As Roman, Northrop brought grit and charisma to daytime TV. He was a cop, a lover and a secret agent, all wrapped into one, in a trench coat with a 1,000-yard stare. Northrop stayed with Days until 1984, returning in 1991, and again in 2005, but this time as a different character.
Stay in the car.
But Northrop didn't just rule daytime TV. He had a memorable run on Dynasty as Michael, the chauffeur with big ambitions and even bigger secrets. His time on Dynasty was short-lived, as it was only in the first season until its finale, but due to popular demand, his character was brought back in the 7th season. Wayne Northrop never became a Hollywood megastar, but in the universe of soaps, he was iconic. A brooding man of mystery who left an unforgettable mark on the 1980s and 1990s pop culture, having worked in the soap opera world for more than 30 years. Sadly, Northrop died of complications from Alzheimer's disease on November 29, 2024 at the age of 77.
Where were you born, son?
I was born on a ship, somewhere between England and America.
Long before we were streaming period dramas, we were swooning over Joe Lando as Sully, the rugged, silent dreamboat from Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. With his flowing hair and soulful eyes, back in the 90s, Lando was TV's answer to a romance novel cover. But Joe's journey to heartthrob status wasn't overnight. He worked as a cook before catching Hollywood's eye, and he made his big screen debut in the 1986 cult classic Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home, portraying a patrolman.
Out of the way. Sorry, Doctor. Strict orders, not Damn it, do you want an acute case on your hands? This woman has immediate postprandial upper abdominal distension.
He made appearances and guest roles on various TV shows including One Life to Live, before landing his career-defining role of Sully on Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, which aired between 1993 and 1998.
Would you do a nude scene on film?
If it was a good script and it was a good, if it was pertinent to the story, yes.
The role made him an instant TV hunk many swooned over, including men. He wasn't just eye candy. Lando helped define what a sensitive male lead could be. Strong but kind, mysterious but devoted, and fans loved it. After the series ended, he reprised his role in a TV movie, and had a few appearances in other TV shows, including the short-lived Higher Ground.
It would break her heart, Skipper, if she saw what you're doing to yourself right now.
With his surfer boy looks and all-American charm, Woody Brown was a staple of 80s TV. You might not know his name off the bat, but you've definitely seen his face. His early TV roles included guest spots on The Love Boat, Knight Rider and Dynasty, where his looks and charisma quickly made him stand out. Brown's breakout role came on Flamingo Road as Skipper, a role that put him on the map. He had all the hallmarks of becoming the next Hollywood heartthrob in the 1980s, but when Flamingo Road ended in 1982 after only 2 seasons, his career took sort of a nosedive and never really fully recovered. Over the years, he made guest appearances on TV shows and in small roles in films, but never really anything that made him stood out. Remember when TV hunks had jawlines that could cut glass, and names that sounded like they belonged in romance novels?
Those criminals framed me for something I didn't do.
Norman Rambo adopted the name Dack in a tribute to his brother, who tragically died in a car accident. But even before the name change, the camera loved him. He kicked off his acting career in the early 60s, with a role on the Loretta Young Show. It didn't take long before casting directors realized this guy had the smolder of Rock Hudson and the cheekbones of a Greek statue. Throughout the 70s and 80s, Rambo became a familiar face on TV screens everywhere.
One of the most popular shows on CBS is, of course, Dallas. Well, as the years go by, the cast changes, and we have a new addition to the cast.
Thank God.
Yes, Dack Rambo is his name.
He joined the cast of Dallas in 1985 as Jack Ewing, cousin to JR, and brought a little smirk and a little swagger to the role that made hearts flutter. He wasn't just eye candy, though let's be honest, he was very much that. He also had a screen presence, confidence, and a voice like velvet soaked in bourbon. From shows like Another World, Paper Dolls, The Love Boat, and All My Children, if you changed channels in the 1980s, chances are you would end up watching something Rambo was starring in. In 1991, shortly after coming out, Dack Rambo also publicly announced that he was HIV positive, becoming one of the very few male actors of his generation to do so. Sadly, he died on March 21, 1994 at the age of 52 due to complications from AIDS. Do you remember this actor? Before Zac Efron, and even long before Channing Tatum, there was Matt Lattanzi, a tanned, toned dreamboat straight from the 80s. Lattanzi hit Hollywood with abs, charm, and disco-ready dance moves. His breakout role was a blink-and-you'd-miss-it role in Xanadu from 1980, but we can all agree that he had all the hallmarks of becoming the next Hollywood heartthrob. With several films lined up between his debut in 1980 and 1984, he was steadily building up a career for himself in Hollywood, but it was his personal life that would land him in the spotlight. He started dating Xanadu co-star Olivia Newton-John and quickly became known as Newton-John's boyfriend. The couple got married in 1984 and his title changed to Newton-John's husband. With one of Hollywood's most promising actors and singers by his side, he continued to try and build a career for himself. But the pickings were slim, and when the 90s rolled in, his career was basically dead. The couple finally filed for divorce in 1994 after Lattanzi allegedly had an affair, and soon thereafter, he became known as the ex-husband of Olivia Newton-John. After the split, he couldn't shake the association with Olivia Newton-John, and with his acting career being dead and gone, he took a job as a contractor for a home building company in California.
And we got two new Duke cousins. How about that? Here they are. Ain't they cute? Coy Duke. This is Byron Cherry. Vance Duke. This is Christopher Mayer.
Remember when TV hunks came with big hair, bigger biceps, and a wardrobe that screamed, "I own a Trans Am"? Well, buckle up, because today we're resurrecting one of the ultimate forgotten hunks of the 80s, Christopher Mayer.
Nobody to help with the farm chores. We thought it'd be a good idea if we went up there and helped her out a little bit.
The Dukes of Hazzard was a runaway hit, literally. Car chases, denim cutoffs, and southern accents thicker than molasses. Enter Christopher Mayer, who stepped into the role of Vance Duke in season 5 when the original Duke boys were in the contract dispute. Mayer was brought in as one half of the replacement cousins, a move that fans did not love, but then again they didn't complain about the eye candy either. Although his time on Dukes of Hazzard was short-lived, just 19 episodes, he left an impression, mostly because he left his shirt at home in most episodes. And honestly, he looked like a walking romance novel cover. In the mid to late 80s, Mayer popped up in TV guest spots and daytime soaps, most notably Santa Barbara. He wasn't just muscle, okay, he was basically mostly muscle, but there was a sweetness to him, like a gym crush who actually makes eye contact with you and doesn't just grunt in the mirror. After his brief run in the hunk spotlight, Mayer slowly faded from public view. Roles dried up, and by the 90s he was almost completely off the Hollywood radar. Rumor has it, he stepped back from acting to focus on life behind the cameras. Something suspiciously respectable for someone who once looked like an underwear model moonlighting as a cowboy. Sadly, Mayer passed away in 2011 at just 57 years old. But while the world may have forgotten about him, the internet and gays with a mission will never forget about him.
Come on, it's just a little party. That's it, it's a party, just to boost some calendar sales, right? Come on, an hour tops.
Todd, I gotta meet tomorrow.
So?
Stephen Lyon is a multifaceted American model, actor, photographer, and filmmaker. His career began in the early 1980s when he was discovered by Andy Warhol, leading to a successful modeling career throughout the 80s and 90s. Lyon later transitioned into photography, drawing inspiration from film noir and German expressionist cinematography, and established himself in the fashion world of Paris.
Wait a minute, correct me if I'm wrong. It wasn't my idea, it got nothing to do with me. It's your problem.
In addition to his modeling and photography, Lyon pursued acting, appearing in films such as Campus Man and Valet Girls, both released in 1987, But despite having the looks and charisma, he never really became a big star like his peers. He faded into obscurity after appearing in single episodes of TV shows like Highlander the series, The New Gidget and High Society.
It's a situation that you can help.
Beyond the arts, Lyon has also been actively involved in conservation efforts. He spent over 7 years producing the documentary Something That Matters, which addresses the crisis of rhino poaching in Africa. Have you ever heard of him before this video? Let me know in the comments.
You make the earth move under my feet.
Okay, alright, wait a minute. You make the earth move.
Have you seen my video about the top 10 funniest gay characters in TV history? If not, click on the link that will be appearing on your screen in a moment. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. It really helps with the algorithm, so that other people like yourself that might enjoy my content can find me more easily on their homepage or home feed. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? A written invitation? Unfortunately, I don't know how to do that, but if you enjoyed my video, subscribe. Anyway, thank you very much and I'll see you in the next video.